Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
What up, though, Detroit? The Woodward Sports Detroit Lions post-game show. Hey, listen, we're at Gillies downtown, right on Woodward.
Sonny's on for this
next
one.
Next to the iconic Club Blue. My man, Nick Koloff, our Tigers insider. Our guy over here, Justin, coming straight from the game.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you right now, listen, this is going to be a little bit of a different post game. You know why? Because we are celebrating not just a win, but the absolute understanding of the fact that this is the best team, the best franchise in the NFL.
Let's go. A statement, Anthony, if I can't say better myself, because this team came out and they showed you that they are the bee's knees. They are the hottest woman in the club. They are truly the magnificent, okay? This team dominated in all facets of the game today, and that's what we got to talk about.
No fucking chance the Bucs had today.
No, absolutely not.
Let me pull up some stats here. I'm looking at like 5 minutes left, and it's 2:58 to like 30, 2:65
Anson, I gotta say, before you fire those stats off, I just gotta say, how about holding Baker Mayfield on big third downs, on big fourth downs? They try to do what we do, and it's go for it on fourth down. Try to dominate the game. They can't. They are now 1 for 4 against us in the last 3 years. Their one win, I'm sorry to tell you, there were some BS flags early in that game that changed the whole entire complexity. But we're not worried about it today. But we're not, because we just took over the NFC.
No, because we played the MVP today, right? Justin, this was the MVP under center.
I was told. I was told that. I heard that he was the MVP of the league. But with this pass rush with Lee McNeil back, this team was active all day long. Pressure after pressure. This team was so dialed. Oh, my Lord. Baker had no time to throw. Had to scramble on every single attempt.
Listen,
oh, my God.
In the backfield.
Our Tigers insider was cutting me off from stats. I wasn't going to really drop them on you. I wanted to give you a brief recap of how far away the Bucs were from being in this fucking game.
Yeah.
Listen, the Lions, fourth down, missed conversions, some turnovers, some miscues, but at no point did this defense allow the fucking supposed MVP to ever even glimpse a chance in this game. Their defense couldn't hold us at all. Listen, people jumped off the bandwagon when AG was gone. When the offensive coordinator left, they were talking about all the things we were going to fall apart as a franchise.
Yep.
And this team literally has answered every question. They've stepped up to every single fucking opponent that they needed to beat. No one has looked good enough to tell me that this is not the best team in the NFL right now. Like, I'm loose. We're all loose. We got the girls from Lady Jane's because it's wicked awesome. We're going to be rotating hosts here all night.
Yeah.
Shout out to the heavyweights for holding down the watch party. Shout out to the pregame over at Second Best. We're at Gillies. Come join us. We're going late. But listen, gentlemen.
Anson,
is there a team better than the NFL right now than the Detroit Lions?
Absolutely not.
Is there a team close?
No. Lions by a million. I said in the pregame show, and I mean it.
All right,
there's not a team.
Nick.
He is no. Microwave is no voice of reason. All right, but I let me be honest here. This Lions team is legitimately the best team in football in terms of how well that they play when they are on their night. Like, obviously, they had some off nights. They've had some injuries. Even tonight, they've had some injuries. But time and time again, they prove to you when the spot is we need a win. They come back, they respond, they get the win, and in a dominant fashion. That's
never in question, right?
And I 100% think that we are the best team in the league, but you said
Easily
Not
in the
even
NFC.
close.
Easily in the NFC.
But you said not even close. And then we have to think about these things that are a little bit close.
Like Kansas
Where
City.
did we go out
Like
and
Kansas
travel
City.
to
Yes.
for our 2 losses this year, Anson?
Yes, sir.
You will have to think about that. Today, we're not worried about it because
we don't have to play an Arrowhead in the playoffs, man.
All right, so let me ask you this. We're all doubting Lamar, the Lamar-less Ravens. A lot of people are second-guessing that win. Is this our first super quality win here? Because listen, guys, everybody had the Bucs on top of their power rankings. Everybody had Baker Mayfield as their shoo-in for MVP. They got embarrassed today.
that's our first big win of the season. Joe Burrow was out in Cincinnati. We can't take that from Cincy, but you know what? We'll take it from Cincy. You know, we'll take the easy W. But the matter of the fact is, you went into Green Bay, you lost. You went into Kansas City, and as bad as every call was made our way, we still got our ass beat in Kansas City, and it stinks. But the difference from, pretenders and key contenders is the fact that you bounce back, and you saw that from the Detroit Lions tonight, Justin, because this team doesn't sulk when they lose a game. When the call goes from the refs the other game, they don't sulk. They bounce back, and they just did it against the top team in the NFC, and now you're the top team in the NFC, Justin. And that's exactly how they bounce back.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't argue with that.
Justin, you were at the game.
Yes, I was at the game. I was, in fact.
I mean, we've been talking for the last 3 years how this is the scariest place to play. All right? But I'm kind of mad. Nick said, what are we going on right now? And when we started this show, I said, we are talking to the people, convincing you all this is the best Lions team you have ever been alive for. In fact, calling out the people that got off the bandwagon, the people that hopped off back when we lost our assistant coaches, whenever it was, when we lost to Green Bay. But I know there were people in Ford Field today kind of, waiting to cheer. But all I heard on that TV was the hardest place to play in the NFL.
Oh, absolutely. It was at 111 decibels all night. There was people standing, getting active in the way that you love from this Detroit fan base. The crowd was electric. And look, I see chat. Chat is on some play calling-ish. They're on some offense-ish. There's lots.
You mean during the game?
No, right now. I'm looking at it right now. I'm seeing the play calling is an issue. This team just went out and beat people literally said all this week this was the best team in the NFC. If not the best, the second best team in the NFC. And they came out and they pumped
Shout out
them.
the heavyweights. Shout out
All
Easy and Spencer.
day.
Get home safe, gentlemen.
Shout out.
Yes, get home safe. But all day, the Lions were getting home safe. Wherever they wanted, whether it was in the quarterback's lap or in the end zone. This team was getting home wherever they wanted on offense. And even though the run game struggled a little bit, they finally did the pass build off the run game, and it was beautiful. This team was so geared up to play tonight. There's a reason they're 8-1 off of losses, because they come back and they do this. Now 9-1 after losses in the Dan Campbell era. That's how this Lions team does it.
Hey, the microwave trying to cook.
Anson, I got 2 questions to give to you, because tonight, this game doesn't go our way without a couple big moves from our defense. 100%. Like, our defense stood up, but on the offensive side of the ball, when those went down, my question to you is, do you believe there was a little bit of free shade when they called that back for a second look on a big first down?
Nick, I got to be honest with you. And I think, Justin, you'll agree with this.
We were at the game.
No, listen.
We were at the game.
No, what I'm telling you is this.
It was wild.
Listen, the Lions were so much better than the Tampa Bay Bucks on the field today that they could have turned the ball over 3 more times and still won this game. All right? So
they didn't play perfect. There was multiple times where they could have taken advantage of turnovers, but they did not.
This game was boring. The Bucks never got anything going at all. Their defense couldn't touch us. And this is my point, guys.
Yeah.
this team right now, like, we were so worried about AG leaving, about fucking Ben leaving, about who would their identity be.
Yeah.
And the fact is we've seen some games where they've thrown their identity out there and been dominant, and then games like last week where we go to KC. The fact is, this team that you saw right now, that dominated, I mean, absolutely owned the best team in the NFC, they still don't know who they are offensively. They still don't know their identity on both sides of the ball. What we do know is this. This is a top 6 or 7 defense. We know that this is a top 3 offense, but they are still finding their identity
I like that a lot.
under Johnny Moe and under our boy, the doppelganger. These guys are literally scratching the surface on how good they're going to be. So anybody that's doubting this team before or after or jumping that bandwagon after KC, what I saw today, I'm resolute. This is the best team in the NFL.
Anson, I'm 100% with you that this is the best team in the NFL, and they showed it out tonight, and they picked up this crowd time and time again.
Absolutely.
But at times tonight, I will still say it seemed like we have maybe gotten the friendly whistle, which I will say, which the chat will say as well, hopefully, if they have a real bone in their body.
We know none of you will agree with that.
Chat, we actually got a real call going our way, which I thought it always was going to be that way. After getting screwed out of Kansas City, I thought we were going to get a couple calls our way. It did go our way, and that's not the reason we won. The reason we won is because we were able to pick up big play after the fact, pick up Sam Laporta, pick up Amon-Ra St. Brown, and get to fucking biz, Justin. Let's go.
We got to get to biz because we got some super chats
man.
here. We
Let's
got
go.
to
Smash
make
that
sure
like
button.
that we
Smash that
Hold on
like
a second. We are live from Gillies downtown. We got to give a big shout out to my guy Brendan,
Side
making
Cruiser.
everything happen. Shout out to Alex and my man Zach Cashmola here at Gillies, throwing it down. We are accepting all super chats. Please smash that like button.
Yes, sir.
Justin,
well, let me read a
catch us
few.
up, baby.
Yes, sir. Bird, $5 super chat. Need that more than I thought I needed it. Start the fall for the gaslighting. Forward down the field. Absolutely. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate you.
baby.
And Michael bringing it forward with the $2 super chat. Some Lions fans are just never happy. Just go ahead and cry. And if you are complaining about that performance, you obviously can nitpick it all you want, but at the end of the day, that's a great, clean football game by this Detroit Lions.
What would you nitpick on this game? Let me answer real quick. Execution on like the 4th down where we didn't get it. Like, honestly, this game should have been a 40-point game for the Lions, right?
Yes, exactly.
So what
why are we
nitpicking
going
on?
to Tesla on a fade on 4th and 2?
Amon-Ra, Jahmyr Gibbs, Laporta. I'm going to J-Mo before I go to Tesla.
So
yeah,
you're
exactly.
nitpicking
I'm going to David
finalizing
Montgomery.
drives, right?
Yeah, we're saying nitpicking here. I think me and Nick would both give this game at least an A-. I would give it an A-. What are you hitting at?
I'd say A- when you take out the best team in the NFC.
The defense played great. The defense played great. Few, wishy-washy calls by the offense on some critical downage. All right, I can't lie. I understand that the identity of this offense is go for broke, which is why the pass to the end zone for Tesla makes sense. But at the end of the day, this is a Lions offense that can pick up 4th and 2 in their sleep. All right, let's not front about it. You got Jahmyr Gibbs or Monty in the backfield, and they're getting you those 2 yards. Very limited time that they don't get it.
These guys beat themselves on offense is when they get a little too outside of the box. And I'm okay with that right now because the things that they're testing out and trying and figuring out come December, come January. Oh, and we'll be playing in February, gentlemen. These guys will know the things that they can pull from these games that did or did not work.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the running game fucking worked today. It's either J-Mo or Jahmyr, or it's Monty, or it's both. But this game, the defense and the offensive line. Look at this young offensive line today.
I'm going to disagree with you in a little bit.
Please, give it to me.
Because Jahmyr opened it up for a couple big, massive explosions that takes away from all of our actual rushing numbers when every time we run to the left, Anson, we got our ass kicked today. Rushing behind Taylor Decker, that was me watching our left side of the line not be able to stop.
Outside of the explosives, it was very, very slim.
It was extremely slim, and then it put your quarterback, Jared Goff, back, who is a statue. We all know that. We love Jared, but it put him at times where he could get rushed. We won this game. I'm not going to act today like I am going to complain about a win ever, Justin, but the fact of the matter is we didn't rush to the left side successfully, and that makes me think Taylor Decker is a little more banged up than people would kind of like to add on.
All right, to add on to your point here, Justin, I'm going to set you up with some statistics and let you run with it, all right? So I got to throw this caveat here. Aside from a few weeks when both work, it's one or the other. All right, we've seen both happen. Today it was Jahmyr Gibbs, 136. Shout out Tim, our guy. Shout out Chad Johnson.
What's good,
in
Chad?
the house.
Come on.
Lady
the
James
man.
is absolutely wicked awesome, as you guys know. Listen, guys, Jahmyr Gibbs, 136 yards on 17 carries, 8 yards per carry,
Justin,
2 touchdowns.
Sean, what's up?
Now, on the other side of it, though, Monty did nothing. 21 yards on 13 carries. But
the offensive
18 yards per carry on 17 for Jahmyr Gibbs. One or the other is going to work, or both are going to step on your neck.
For me, in today's game specifically, Jahmyr Gibbs was able to feast because of the fact that there were holes that the offensive line was creating, but they were slim holes. David Montgomery doesn't have the speed and the agility to hit the holes that Jahmyr Gibbs does. When Jahmyr Gibbs hit that hole for the touchdown, that was never going to be a Monty touchdown. That was a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. Only guy on the field, maybe outside of J-Mo, that hits that for a touchdown. That's because the speed kills. And when you're not able to manufacture the true physical presence in the box that you want, like that you expected over the last couple of years, that's when David Montgomery doesn't eat. That's what Jahmyr Gibbs is able to create with the fact that he is a legitimate elite playmaker who can consistently get something out of nothing if that's what he is served.
And you're absolutely right. But listen, these are two of the best offenses in the NFC, supposedly, right? This wasn't a game about power. It was about finesse. And the fact is the Lions can beat you either way. Grind it out or finesse. Today, it was finesse. Nick, how do you feel about where he's at on this game, smashing it down their throat, but at the same time, beating him with Jahmyr Gibbs? They never went away from Monty. And that, in my mind, is why Gibbs ran wild today.
I believe straight up, if you pull it back, it's 78 minus 136. We did not and we could not establish a run early in this game. Do you like seeing Jared Goff getting hit up, Anson? Do you like seeing Jared get hit in the backfield?
No, never.
Did we enjoy that? No, we didn't.
Are you talking about tonight or last week?
As Lions fans tonight, you know why you saw Jared get lit up? Is because we couldn't run the ball.
4 sacks each side. We definitely gave up some sacks today.
There was one big run by Jahmyr Gibbs, and that's a fact. That was one massive run, and I think our ability to not expand the play on 4 yards on first down, 5 yards on first down, left, right, Monty Gibbs, no matter who it was, we weren't able to do it. There's one guy in the middle named Vita Vea that would love to say I have a top 5 defense for years.
Hey guys,
that's what he has.
Our Tiger Insider, you know him and love him well, Nick Koloff. He's a bit of an alarmist, Justin.
Let's just be honest here for a second.
No, I'm going to add on.
Let's just be honest.
I'm going to add on because I want to hear from the Lions fans. I'm being hard on you
We
guys.
both watched it here live.
I feel like you all jumped off the bandwagon too soon. I feel like we saw the best team in the NFL today. So I want to know, give me your best, Nick Koloff. Tell us what your issue with the Lions today. Because if y'all found one, y'all are crazy. The only issue, Nick, and I'll let you go, is execution. This is still a young coaching staff in terms of their time here in Detroit. They are still finding themselves, and they're still the best.
I agree. They still are the best. That's all I'm saying is we failed to run the rock hard left. We failed to run it hard right. Taylor Decker had a horrible day. That's all I'm saying.
8 yards per carry for Jahmyr.
Besides Jahmyr Gibbs, all right, take back his 78-yard run. And then tell me how many yards per carry he does have, Anson.
We call that AWOL.
Please do.
Average without longest.
Exactly.
That is an elitist point of view, but I do more vibe with your side of this than Anson's, okay?
Because we saw it live.
I do agree.
I'm Mr. SOL.
I know you're Mr. SOL, but you have passed that point by the that was game 2 that we got over that point for you at this point.
No, we get over that when we get to the Super Bowl.
All right, well then start acting like SOL.
This team's going.
Because then start nitpicking this team, because that's what SOL looks like.
That's a fair point.
And if you're not going to nitpick this team, then you're on the train. You're on the wagon.
Let's go.
This team, no. I challenge him. I don't know how you nitpick this team after today. Hey, listen, we're down at Gillies. Shout out second best. We did our pregame with Neil and Sean.
Very minimal to pick on this team.
Oh, for sure. Shout out to the heavyweights. We're at Gillies here. Come and join us. My man Nick Koloff, our Tigers insider, our jack of all fucking trades right here. Young Justin. Shout out heavies. My man KG will be joining us in a minute. And of course, the Bomber crushing it as always.
Crush it. Anson, before you get going with the next one, I got to ask Justin because it was a fair point to bring up. Our left side of the line was looking like they were getting pushed around a little bit.
Who was out today?
Decker is hurt.
Who was out.
We clearly saw that today.
Decker is hurt.
Yes,
okay,
I agree.
When brass tacks comes to it, Decker was hurt today, and you could tell there was a drop in his performance. That is not like a Sherlock Holmes observation, okay? Everyone should be able to see that Taylor Decker was hurt today, and he was low-key getting walked like a pylon. All right?
Yes.
I hate to say it about him, but he wasn't ready to play. Is he better than Manu even when he's hurt? Absolutely, okay? He led this team to victory. However, that left side was not the part of it. And Nick is correct. Outside of the big run by Gibbs, the running game was not able to sustain where we know this offense is like when it's 3rd and 6 and they think we're gonna pass.
Worried?
No, I'm not worried, Anson. But it's my job to freaking talk about the game.
To nitpick.
I am. I've said it. I've been nitpicking for the last 20 minutes.
Neither one of you guys are wrong. The fact is some games the power game works. Some games the finesse game works, but every single game one or the other works. All right?
You know who always works though is our sponsors, and that's Sun Cruiser, Ven Johnson, Loom, BlackRock, Gillies. They are absolutely the best. They have been hooking us up all day long.
Loom,
it's Sun Cruiser with the unlimited booze. It's Ben Johnson making sure that all of us don't get drunk driving tickets.
Brendan,
it is Loom with the free pre-rolls. We got the BlackRock. They all hooked us up with gift cards. They also have. Yeah, you love Braylon's meat, don't you, Nick? And then we got Gillies. They're hooking it up all night long. Absolutely hooking up with all the booze that we possibly do.
I'm bringing it back here. We've done this before.
All right, you should. While Justin has still his tongue in his mouth, I'm about to kill him.
And viewers, we are lit. Thanks to Mad Packs, thanks to Sun Cruisers, and thanks to Gillies. But
we're breaking it down.
I'm going to bring it back to something I talked about a couple of post games ago. Fuck Ja'Marr Chase. You can be as explosive and as fast as you want. The best overall, all the time wide receiver in the NFL is Amon-Ra. All right? He's never an issue. He's a leader. He's laying blocks down the field. This guy comes up with explosive plays, but he comes up with crucial clutch plays, 3rd down, fourth and whatever, red zone. Are you putting Ja'Marr still ahead of this guy?
I'm going to say this first, Justin, because I love Amon-Ra St. Brown more than I would love my firstborn son, which is not born yet, and I don't.
You can't conceptualize that yet.
You got a date yet?
But Amon-Ra St. Brown dropped 2 balls today, which is a scary sight to see.
And a big one last week.
And it was the biggest one last week.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. Come on, man.
It was the biggest one last week. I'm actually wondering, can Say come down with another one-hander? No, I would 100% rather have Amon-Ra than Jahmyr Chase, but I'm saying he ain't out of the clear yet. He ain't the clear number one, and I think if you've seen the last 2 weeks as a Lions fan, you've seen some uncharacteristic things out of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Hey, Anson.
I heard that Amon-Ra St. Brown is still open. I don't know. That's just a rumor. I heard that he's still running down Woodward right now.
Are you guys thrown
and there's
off?
still no one on him.
Were you guys thrown off about the 2 drops this week?
No.
Hey, while we're talking about St. Brown, let's talk about...
I'm never worried about St. Brown. Let me say that immediately.
How about that out pass to Gibbs when he scored? Do you remember the celly? He gets down on one knee. St. Brown skies over the top of him. Did you guys see that?
No, I did not. I just saw the 6-7.
I got to be honest, man. Between St. Brown and Gibbs, there was a bunch of plays where you felt like it could develop and they got stopped. And then there were some plays where they literally just blew shit open. Like, these guys, this team is so full of offensive weapons. You could shut down Jahmyr, but Monty going to kill you. You can bracket St. Brown, but J-Mo going to get loose. And if none of that's working, you got Monty and you got Laporta. Literally, this defense now has caught up with the greatest weapons on offense. I just don't know who in the East, but the NFC right now, like, fuck Philly, fuck the
Cleveland.
Bucs. Who the fuck beats us in the NFC right now?
No one.
You gotta pick one team you're worried about.
Pack.
The Rams?
Pack.
The Rams?
The one team that took it to you. It is the one team that took it to you.
The
Pack saw like a 50% version of you. They didn't see remotely what's coming.
You don't have any secondary right now, Justin.
Dude, that's now. When we play the Pack next time, we'll be on Thanksgiving and then end the playoffs. I'm not worried about either of those games. Dude, I can't. Terion's back next week. Branch is back next week. Kirby's back in 2 weeks. We're going to be fine. Even without the secondary. We're still,
what's your biggest NFC team? What's your biggest NFC
no
team?
One. The Rams. But we've already beat the Rams. There's no worries about the Rams. I'm coming in. I'm tapping in. This Lions team is the most complete team in the NFC. What are we talking about, people? Who's going to deny me? One of you tell me right now. I dare you.
So Nick
I
brought
dare
up
you.
the Rams right there, didn't you?
No, I brought up the Rams.
I said the Pack, the team that you just got
Dude, we
embarrassed
would
on
dig
week one.
the Pack in the next game.
No
all
one
right?
wants to hear it, but let's all be honest about what happened.
But you're showing how much that you believe. You can't trust week 1 and week 2 of the NFL season. You just cannot.
Thank
take
you,
that into
Bomber.
heart. The most team that I'm scared of in the NFC right now is the Rams.
Hey,
you have Stafford.
come
you have
on.
McVay. You have a healthy Puka and
You
Devontae.
guys are-
You get them in the fourth quarter.
Oh,
I might be
my Lord.
afraid of going against that. The Packers. I'm not afraid of LaFleur,
No.
Jordan Love, nobody on that receiving core.
Hutch was at
Okay,
50%
so you
that
guys-
game.
They're a
So you-
fraudulent team. They're
Hold
a
up.
fraudulent team.
So you guys are afraid of your old ex
I'm afraid
that
of
you
them.
can't close the yearbook on.
I can't get
I'm
over
a
my
little
ex.
bit more worried about week 1.
Dude, week 1 was a wash.
I'm more worried
All
about
right,
a team
it was
that
always
literally
a wash,
took it
Nick.
to you, and it wasn't even
was
close. You lost
always
to KC.
a wash.
That was a way closer of a game than it was. We weren't even close in the Packer game.
Nick,
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Nick, we lost an away game.
Do you guys think Matthew Stafford can come up in this building in the playoffs and win a game?
I'll bet you right now. If you want to take the Packers on Thanksgiving and I'll take the Lions, I'll do it for whatever you want to do. If you are worried about the Packers,
Fuck
man.
no, I will
All right,
never
so
take
you're
the
not
Pack.
worried about the Packers then.
The biggest
If you wouldn't
question
take the
was
Packers,
is
you are
who
worried
are we
about the
worried
Packers.
about
No,
in the
no.
NFC?
all I'm going to say is it's hard to beat a team 4 times in a row. We already beat this team in the playoffs. This is a revenge game times 3 for the Rams if we meet up with them in the playoffs. I would rather see the Packers.
The Packers are chopped cheese, man. Like, they
Chopped cheese.
saw the Lions at
You're
their
fighting against-
weakest point.
Against the Cardinals,
offensive
it's
line.
Jacoby Brissett. You can't just clean it up like the Bears do
Have
against
the Cardinals
Saints.
covering,
Like,
dude. I
let's
knew
talk,
they
let's
were
talk
with.
about
I
week
knew.
1, okay? The offensive line looked like sheet. The
Yeah.
D-line looked like sheet.
What happened
okay?
today, Justin?
gotta
Could we
lead-
run the ball today?
Dude, I don't care.
Could we run the ball
Did we
today?
put up over 20 points? That's all it's going to take against Jordan Love if we manufacture as much pressure as we did today. Seriously, the pressure we were able to manufacture on Baker Mayfield today was elite. Aleem got in there. AQM got in there. Hutch got in there. They all got in there.
Did we have a running back with over 100 yards today?
Yes, because he broke one out.
Did we run the ball?
But I'm going to tell you, Brendan, like I'll tell Justin, like I'll tell everybody listening, if we are not able to run the ball consistently on first and second down against the Packers, we're going to lose that game. We thrive at running the ball and letting JG cook. All of us know that. We're not successful as an offense if we can't run on first and second down. They need to be able to establish a run at home at Ford Field on Thanksgiving against the goddamn Packers, or we're not going to win that game. If we don't establish a run and establish a run early, we're going to lose that game.
I mean, guys, just like the super chat right now from Byrne, classic Viking Nick. Let him have it. JJ will not bust. I mean, I don't agree with you, Byrne, but this guy Nick right now telling us that we're going to lose to the Packers, I just don't agree.
I'm not saying we're going to lose. I'm saying you need to get your running game better in order. You couldn't run the ball on the left side of your line today, Bomber.
Right, if
and
you
that's
don't
a
run
concern.
Penny Sewell and Ratledge, then you have a little problem. I mean, Decker, like he said, though, Decker is not at 100% right now. Justin
okay, so are we going to, like, load up the backup and think that we're going to be great?
No. We're going to get Decker healthy because we're going into a bye. Like, dog, come on. Like, this is path out for this Lions team to be one of the fight for the NFC North. I honestly doubt that they lose the game the rest of the year.
I'm not going that far, but
like,
I mean, we got a
no,
tough
the
game
schedule is so manageable, man. It really is.
At
like,
Philly
looks awful right now.
I know, right now, questionable game. Besides
Commanders
that,
look awful.
Yeah,
you got Vikings at home. You got Packers at home. Like, what do you want from me, man? This could be a 15-2 team again. What?
I'm not going to deny you. By the time we play Commanders, they're going to get Debo. They're going to get McLaurin back. But this team, what we saw on the defensive end today, with some players down, with some players on the secondary down, the way that they held it down against this prolific Buccaneers offense and the MVP favorite Baker Mayfield today, you can't say enough about how they did.
Shout out Patrick Euphoria in the chat.
I'm being called crazy in the chat. Is it that crazy I think that we could win out?
Yes. I mean, I think that's just insane. I think that's insane. It's way too early. Also,
really?
I think that we're in one of the best.
You have to remember, we lost one game in the second half of the season last year. That's asking them to lose one less game. And the back end is so manageable.
That you don't mean to lose. Other than that, I do still think 13-4 is manageable at this point in the season.
12-4 is this team's 12-5 is this team's floor. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I 100% this team makes the playoff. I honestly think they win the NFC. But what I'm going to tell you guys, if they are not able to run the ball on the left side of the line behind Taylor Decker, because everybody knows and their mother knows, they're going to Penei Sewell. Everybody knows that. So if you are not able to run the ball to the left side and you continuously lose yardage on that play, Jared Goff's not going to sit back there and cook up for Amon-Ra. And this team's going to be in serious trouble moving forward. That's the only thing I'm saying to you if you took anything out of tonight. And if we're able to do that and run the rock to the left side, I think we win the goddamn Super Bowl. Straight up. That's where I'm at.
The NFC has never been more open than it is right now in the past 5 years. And I mean, same thing with the AFC. You see the Chiefs they have 3 losses. They're still looking good. But the Bills, the Ravens are struggling right now.
Weak.
This is as most wide open as it has been for the Detroit Lions. You have to take advantage of this window that you have right now.
If you can run the ball to the left side of your line, you can't have that as being an exposed moment on your team.
Yeah.
For the rest of the season, Justin, you know that more than anybody.
Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, like you said, you're taking some of the negatives out of this win. There is way too many positives about this win for me to be sticking on the negatives. Like, I understand the left side of the offensive line is an issue. Like, I understand. But at the end of the day, Decker's going to get healthier. Ratledge is going to get more experience. And by the time that the end of the season comes around, I do feel like they're going to be in full force. They're going to be equipped to be able to make a Super Bowl run.
Sorry to cut you off here, Justin.
Blue Jays win.
Just won game
Blue Jays
7.
win.
Damn it. I have a future on the Mariners. That's so tough.
Wow. How much
Vladdy
you just
Jr.
lose on
in
that
this
one?
playoffs,
20
man,
bucks.
stepping up to the plate.
It was 21-200.
Could be worse, for sure.
I mean, I won $150 tonight on my parlay for the Lions. So.
I actually think I feel better about the Tigers losing after the Mariners lost. I actually
they
think
were
I
getting
feel
whooped
better.
by the Blue Jays. The Tigers were getting whooped by the Blue Jays. There's no chance.
I think I feel better about it.
I do definitely feel better. I mean, it still went to Game 7. I still think we could have competed in there, but the way Vladdy's just stepping off as a playoff riser right now, you probably didn't want to match up with the Blue Jays.
Brendan, Justin, I want to ask you guys a serious question because I know everything has been mostly positive tonight, as it should be. What do the Detroit Lions need to work on going into that bye week to make sure they're fired up, ready going into Minnesota when they play Minnesota?
I mean, for me, number one is getting healthy, but two, like Justin said, I know we had some injury problems with Taylor Decker on the left side of the offensive line, but I really was not impressed with how our offensive line looked in the pass game. We've talked a lot about not being able to run the ball, but a few sacks on Goff tonight, a lot more pressures than there should have been. When Goff's struggling back in the pocket, we know we probably don't have the best chance to make a run deep in the season. We need that offense in the pass game to do better. But I've been very surprised with Johnny Moe these past few weeks and really impressed with his play calling. That's been my biggest surprise. What about you, Justin?
I wouldn't say that's my biggest surprise because I came out and I said that Johnny Moe's offense is going to be refreshing because of the lack of trick plays and the fundamentals that he's going to use. And he's
you
pulled
like the
out.
lack of trick plays.
I do.
You don't miss the Ben Johnson.
No, I do not.
Fake fumble.
Dude, I saw like 3 of those BS like triple reverse passes in college football this weekend. I literally almost vomited every single time, reminding me of that NFC divisional playoff game against the Washington Commanders. Like, that thing literally makes me so sick. I can't believe that in crunch time a coach would even remotely think about, oh, that was my water. That was cooked. However, I can't believe the play call. However, I do like Johnny Moe's play call. I like how he is using the pass to set up the run in a lot of ways. It's a lot of things that I don't feel like Ben Johnson did. Once he went to the pass, Ben Johnson would stay with the pass consistently and never go back to the run. I feel like Johnny Moe uses the pass to set up the run, and I really like that about this offense. It gives them a nice little ripple that makes them better, in my opinion.
I agree with you, Justin. And one also thing that I need to see, if this seems legitimately going to be a Super Bowl contender that we talk about with big plays, with big moments in their 2025-2026 career, I need to see specifically Jared Goff and Jameson Williams get on the same page. Because the amount of times, Anson, that I saw today with those two so far off on the same page is actually alarming. It's every time when a game is going bad, they're trying to force feed it, and they just can't figure it out.
You talking about the Lions right now?
And I'm talking about a team that just beat the number 1 team in the NFC, but I'm saying I don't know if you can have that happen.
I'm going to piggyback on you right now.
But I don't know if it can happen in the Super Bowl.
So listen, we just finished week 7, right? All right? So we are so far away from the Super Bowl. And my big thing that I've been talking about since, June with Braylon, the few times I get on now with all you guys, all of these post-game shows, the fact is, this is a new team with all the same guys. It's a new offensive system, even though it's the same. It's a new defensive system, even though it's the same. And all of you guys that want to see these trades, bringing in Sedaris, bringing in this and that, what these guys are building here is rapport and consistency. And when you bring in young guys that you draft you develop, you re-sign, you keep them here. That familiarity breeds positive results over and over and over again. And the team that everybody's watching right now, as dominant and good as they look, that game against KC, that game against Green Bay, that was them learning shit. That was them figuring it out, all right? Johnny Moe, he's trying to dial up big explosive plays, but at the same time, he's trying to not play desperate offense like this team needed to for some years. This team now has all the offensive and defensive personnel, both sides of the ball, where they can be conservative, where they can let the game come to them instead of trying to steal it with a big play, with a trick play, with a big run. This team knows, hey, even if Monty's not working, we're going to feed him the ball 16 times. Jahmyr will work. Jahmyr's not working, they're going to feed Monty the ball over and over and over again. The fact is this team is nowhere near their top potential, and they still look like one of the three, if not the best team in the NFL. So I love you, Nick. Like, you cast that like very, realistic lens over our team. Yes, you do. But what I'm seeing out of this team right now, you can call out the little mistakes, the interceptions, the non-execution on fourth down. This team owned the Bucs without executing perfectly. This team, by fucking December, January, they are going to be scary as shit.
I'm with you on that sense, and I want to have like rainbows and butterflies here. I want to go sending off fireworks about how it's Christmas and we're going to win it all. And I just want to think back to a little bit the mistakes that we made to this game. But before I do that, the good things that go into this game, Saints back, all right? It's a big thing. Jared Goff, every big third down, boom, Saint got him. He did have 2 drops, but he still had 2.
You're engaged, right? You're engaged to be married, right?
No.
I thought you got engaged or something recently.
No, Anson, do you want to marry me? You want this?
If you shaved, maybe. But listen, what you focus on, relax. What you focus on, you find, all right? And all of the Lions fans in town have been focusing on these 2-3 deficiencies.
Because the 1-2-3 deficiencies are the things separating you from an actual contender and a Super Bowl winning team.
In January. This is a team
in January
fighting through and overcoming problems. Right now, in September, October, right now, this team, even with their deficiencies, who can you rate right now in the top 3 with this team? Who would you say, Justin?
In all the NFL, like
Kansas City,
yeah, obviously,
defense,
especially with how our secondary is beat up. I mean, you got to talk about the Chiefs for sure.
So who's your third team?
No one. I'm sorry. I keep saying it, but I'm not afraid of anyone, bro.
Listen,
like, this team is just getting.
For the last 2 years. You've been honest. This guy's been honest. So now, same question for you. Kansas City, Detroit, who's your number 3?
I think you got 2 teams in the NFC, actually. I think it's the Packers and the Eagles still. Because you know what? They
Eagles
find a way to goddamn win. And that's what happens.
They went 2-2 to start last year, and then they won 8 in a row.
It's the Packers and the Eagles, and there's no other way around it. But
if you can get pressure on Jordan Love, he's cooked. Straight up.
I don't think Jordan Love is great. You guys are talking like old school Easy. Do you guys remember Easy's?
Hold on. 2 weeks ago, everybody said that the Chiefs were done, right? That's what they said. Just like they said that about Brady over and over again, they've said it about Mahomes a few years. What we watched, in my opinion, last week was a preview of the Super Bowl. So, I'm going to challenge you guys. Who's that 3rd and 4th team?
Everybody that was watching Sunday Night Football that see Arizona get tackled.
Nick, you talking shit. You poking holes in it. I need a team 3 and 4 that you're worried about, not named Pat Mahomes.
3 and 4, one.
Who are you worried about?
Give me a sec.
Packers and Eagles, he's going to say it.
No, I'm going to say, actually, the fact that literally, like, on 3rd and 4,
He's bullshit now. He's talking
When
about
Micah
plays.
Parsons
He's
just
talking
picked up
about
his
possessions.
3rd goddamn sack.
Give me
Am I
all
worried
dude,
about
best
him?
No,
team in the
Nick,
NFL.
don't
Am
tell
I
me you're
worried
on the
about him?
Micah Parsons Glaze show.
Tell him to give us
I'm
the
not
third
on
best
a
team in the NFL.
Glaze
Micah.
show. I think everybody needs to actually have a
Micah.
pulse.
KG, you there? Who's the 3rd best team in the NFL? 3rd. KC, Detroit, and who?
KG, am I a crazy cat to say
The
that?
Bills? But it's tough to give it. Like the fact that we're talking about the Lions
Crazy?
and the Chiefs.
Am I crazy for saying the Packers are still a contender?
No. No, we're so much better
Not
than
till we
that.
beat them on Thanksgiving.
I'm
You
sorry.
guys are glazing.
So you're putting them at number 3.
After
It ain't
I
a hard question, is it, Justin?
After
I
yes,
asked my man,
yes.
who's number 3?
Lions
I
2,
gave you
Lions
3
2,
and 4.
KC 1. Fuck it, Philly 4.
All right, there it is, and not so hard. So you're talking about the guys that won 3 of the last 5, another team that's won 2 of the last 6, and then us. Is that what y'all saying?
That's what I'm saying. I
That's
guess
where
right
we've
now.
always wanted to be. That's when Sheila Ham-Ford took over this team and said, I'm going to bring in Chris Spielman and hire the right people to make this happen. This is what we wanted. Being talked about in the same.
Hell yeah, KG, hear you here.
Hey, sound. It's out. We out.
No, I can hear you. I got you.
You got?
I got you.
All right,
I
there
got
we
you.
are.
Yeah.
There we are.
All right,
This is what we've been waiting for.
I'm not taking any of this win away because this was such a great win.
He's trying hard.
I am not. I am just saying, let's be careful as Taylor Decker got ruined today. He was injured. He went out there. He didn't look good.
Well, who else
He
started on the
didn't
offensive
Did he
look
look
line?
good.
better than Giovanni Manu?
Yeah, but who
If
started on the offensive
Parsons
line?
Did he
goes
look
out
better than
there,
Giovanni Manu?
yes, and if Parsons goes out there
Do
against
players
Taylor
get
Decker,
healthier after the bye?
you sound like your old faux Neil Rule right now.
I'm
That's
sorry.
what you sound like.
I'm not
That's his
trying
mentor.
Mentor
to
and old friend.
alarm the public here. Like Taylor Decker, yeah, I even said
Am
it.
I speaking facts or am I not?
Big fact.
The fact, yeah, Taylor Decker was off today.
If he struggles again on Thursday,
Nick, there were 3
on
starters out of our
Thanksgiving
offensive
against
line.
our division rival, are we going to be in trouble?
Yeah,
That's all I'm
that's
saying.
in 2 weeks. So there's time to get
healthy for that. Get healthy for that.
Justin, how many yards rushing for the Lions today? How many you think?
From today.
Yeah.
146.
164. Flip those numbers around, all right?
I was
this
close.
guy worried about the offensive line. Worried about all these things.
All right.
Now remember, we had 3 non-starters from the day week 1 on the line today. We got a bunch of young guys on the line. Everybody wanted Frank Ragnow. But remember, week 17, 18 last year, Ragnow was on, he was hobbled, all right? This team, these young guys that are cutting their teeth through experience right now, they're going to be ready come December, come January, come February.
Everybody doesn't love to hear what they hear in the middle, and they don't love to hear the truth. So I apologize
Tell
to you
us
guys.
the truth, Nick.
The truth is your left side of your line needs to pick it up or you're not going to win a Super Bowl.
And
That's
it will
what
be
I'm telling
picked
you.
up when
And I hope it
Decker
is.
isn't injured.
And I'm with you. And I hope it is because I do believe in Taylor Decker. He does need to get healthy. But the fact of the matter is, today wasn't good enough. You won the game. I'm 100% with the Lions being 5-2, kings of the NFC. But is that going to cut it against Micah Parsons?
Who's on top of your power rankings, Nick?
The Chiefs, I guess.
Who's on top of your power rankings, Justin?
Sorry about that to the audience. If they heard that, that was absolutely brutal.
It's
However,
okay. We're spinning records over here. It's all right. It's all right. KG holding it down.
The Chiefs have to be.
So we're
in
two.
my opinion.
We're 2. Hey, I got something for you guys. I heard we overpaid for Derek Barnes. I heard that was a reach.
It does not appear to be that way.
Or, as somebody would say, I was told Derek Barnes was overpaid.
Yeah, no, I actually, I was wrong on Barnes. I'll say that straight up. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, make sure you guys check out the Woodward Heavyweights 5-7
Smash the like
Benny
button.
and Easy on the desk as always. We got Justin, Woodward Wings. We got Anderson breaking down all Pistons coming up soon. Wednesday, first game.
Hey, smash that like button. Drop your super
Yeah.
chats. Listen, guys. Derek Barnes has been a major contributor this year. This was supposed to be a guy that was supposed to be free agent fodder, a guy that we drafted, we developed that wasn't ever supposed to be that good, a guy that people questioned the extension this offseason. He's looked pretty damn good.
Derek Barnes, I actually was one of the guys regarding the extension because I didn't see it. I didn't see the heart besides the one. Couple big times that it came up. Tampa Bay game. Cowboys game when he just missed that safety in the back of the end zone. But Derek Barnes has been coming out to play and literally being one of the best Brad Holmes draft picks of them all, Justin.
How you feel about this culture here in Detroit, Justin?
I mean, the culture is off the charts.
Let's talk about that culture real quick. Dan Campbell. He is, wait, where did this go? 28 straight games when leading, going into the fourth quarter. 20 straight games when leading at half. This is the coach we've been waiting our whole lives for as Lions fans. Am I wrong?
No, you're not. Not at all. This team continues to do the right things in the moments that you have to do so. They run the ball in the critical downs where it is fundamentally critical for them to do so. And that's why they're so good. It's not necessarily whether or not they make the right play at the right time. It is when you need the play. They always have it. Like you go back to these critical junctions in every game that the Lions win. They make the plays. Time and time again, the big play is made by the Detroit Lions, whether that's on offense or whether that's on defense. Both units continue to make plays, and that's how you win football games.
And that's the absolute opposite of what I've known my entire lifetime as a Lions fan. If it's a big moment, they were going to fuck it up. If they needed a big conversion, they weren't going to get it. But listen, we're at Gillies, downtown Detroit right now, and the Lions have flipped the damn script. This is Justin Satawa. This is Brendan Bomarito, the Bomber. My name's Anson Wells. Woodward Sports, Detroit Lions postgame. Again, we're at Gillies, right downtown on Woodward, next to the iconic Blue nightclub. Big shout out to this guy. He makes it all happen. I got to ask you, Brendan, my Spartan brother.
Yes, sir.
This team, does it feel different from every other Lion team that you ever knew and loved?
Honestly, it doesn't. It feels like last year, but to be honest, I feel like last year we had a good enough team to win the Super Bowl.
Sure.
And I feel like that team can win the Super Bowl.
They chased a regular season dominance. This team is chasing getting better every week.
That's the only question I have is we saw a dumb, stupid pick from Jared Goff tonight. Jared Goff is the one that against the Commanders, we'll see again November 9th at Art and Jake's, he turned into a pumpkin that night. He threw a couple dumb interceptions, a few dumb passes, gave that game away.
Don't call my king a pumpkin.
You see a couple flashes of this where he makes those mistakes.
Careful,
that
stick
is
will come
the
for you.
only thing that is holding us back right now is if Goff has one of those stinkers in the time where you most need it.
Do you guys think that they're working that stuff out, though? Both defensively and offensively? Like, they're still finding their identity. As good as they've looked and as dominant as we've expected them to be, I feel like this team is just a few weeks away from making it all click.
I think Dan Campbell has made this team his. You know, maybe Ben Johnson was getting a little interference in there, but by now, 7 weeks into this season, he's made Johnny Morton into his disciple. He's made freaking Shep on the defensive end his disciple. This was always his offense, but you know that Ben Johnson had a lot of input. Now you're seeing, like Justin said, he prefers the more no-trick plays. We're going to stick with the fundamentals. Tim Duncan, 2014 Spurs, that's what we're kind of trying to replicate over here. And you could see that Dan Campbell has made this team his with fully his identity. There's nobody touching this right now.
I do agree. I do think the offense has another gear, though. Like, we have seen how dominant this offense has been over the last 2 years.
The chat was calling for J-Mo tonight.
Yeah, let's be real. You haven't unlocked J-Mo yet.
Baltimore was the only full, complete game, and we didn't see J-Mo dominating that game.
You haven't unlocked Monty yet. This offense has a higher rate of efficiency, and it's not necessarily the yards. It's the efficiency. It's the fact that everyone is touching the ball. It's the fact that, Gibbs is going to get the majority of the carries because he's the better running back at this point. But, however, the mix of Monty is just perfect. You haven't seen him start breaking yet.
How do you fucking plan? How do you scheme for this team?
You can't when they hit that point, but for now, you know what you can do. If you limit their explosive plays and you force them to play check down and 3-yard gain at a time, they're not there yet.
True.
This team last year
You're talking about limiting explosive plays, but you're calling for more Montgomery. From Montgomery, I love Montgomery, but I'm not seeing explosive plays from Montgomery.
Up the explosive
but
plays.
When it's not working, you keep doing it, but you don't expect a lot. And then there's those days where he just goes for 150 and 2 tutties.
And against the Bengals.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And I have no doubt that this offense is going to be up to snub, up to par when push comes to shove at the end of the season. Like, this team is already, in my opinion, locked in for 12 wins already. This team is rolling.
The only team beating this team in the NFC
is themselves.
I mean, you saw our schedule at the beginning of the year. It looks a lot less scary right now.
I said that
some about what these teams kind of are. I mean,
the teams that were great the year before aren't always great the next year. But I want to bring up a moment in this game when it wasn't in question, and you got a chance to look right past Penei Sewell to Tate Ratledge. The heavyweights called it out. Tate Ratledge was looking at Penei Sewell like his first and last love. When I look at those two guys, I see the future of this offensive line, and we saw some new bodies in there. I know you called it out. I know Nick called it out. The fact is, this offensive line is young as shit. Penei Sewell, we widely regard as the best right tackle in the game. Maybe the best tackle in the game.
Maybe the best tackle in the
game now.
He's young as
shit. All right, we're putting in a guy who was drafted in the 3rd round, probably was a 6th rounder in Manu. You look at Mahogany, a 6th rounder, probably a 3rd rounder who's starting. This line, as much as you have worries, they are getting challenged and weathered through battle to be ready for these playoffs.
And that's the thing. You say they're young as shit, and I love that as a team standpoint, as a Lions fan, to win the Super Bowl this year, to be young as shit on the offensive line, that is not something that's so much of a positive for us right now.
It is, for sure. Honestly, that was the big question mark. Can the offense run the same without Ben Johnson? Can the offensive line run the same without Ragnow? And we've seen it. Listen, we've had a couple games where there's some miscommunication. My man, shout out Chad Johnson. Lady
nice
Change, you know it's wicked awesome. But that was my big thing, man. Is everybody's calling out this offensive line, and I thought this team would be better suited for the playoffs if they let this line learn and get, cut through the line of fire to be ready for these playoffs. And the team that we brought last year, that offensive line we brought last year, you had a lot of experience, but they were limping in to that first round. We saw it.
Ragnow's injury report, going into those playoffs.
And we don't have an old-ass guy like that
toes.
now. We got young guys that are getting cut through fire right now, baptized through fire to be ready for January, February.
And I do think this Ratledge-Sewell combo on the right side, you're going to see for the next 5 to 8 to 10 years.
10, baby.
These guys, they have the chemistry.
Do you remember that moment?
Did you
see it on the camera where they cascade the two of them together? Perfect glimpse of Detroit's future.
I mean, you couldn't ask anyone better to take you under your wing than Penei Sewell. He's 25.
Great point.
25 this year. And he's known as maybe the best tackle in the game. And he's not even entering his prime. Maybe the first year of his prime this year. I mean, for Ratledge to learn after that guy, he's in the best place he needs to be.
How could I argue? I mean, seriously, you have the mentor, the absolute bowling ball, Penei Sewell in front of you, who is obviously an elite run blocker, but also not that shabby of a pass blocker as well.
And an elite leader.
Yes.
Like at a young age.
God, those speeches get me going.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. Hey, let me ask you guys. This team versus all the other teams that you've seen around. I know we talked about KC and ranking them like that. Is there a better young core of players? And I'm not talking just offensively or defensively, but is there a better young core? And we're 10 deep. I've made the argument before. You could look from Jack Fox to Goff to Gibbs to Amon-Ra. You can make the argument that we have 10 players at the best in the position in the NFL. Top 5.
How much
like,
time do we have left?
is there another unit in the NFL that you can compare to this Lions youth?
No, I don't think so. And the biggest thing you talk about is youth. There's some units, Baltimore, KC, Buffalo that we talk about.
Older.
Philly.
Older.
But they all have some
all
age.
older.
To them.
Absolutely.
They all have some age to them. We're set to where I feel like even if we get, I mean, we're talking way past this, even past the Goff window and everything like that, we're set with this team and how we draft and how Brad Holmes hits on 90% of his first 3-round picks for the future. And like you said, there's no team as young as us, as hungry as us.
You know, it was just a few years ago, and even this last offseason where people are accusing Dan and Brad of being arrogant, of being so convinced of their own ways that they were missing out on other things. But, you know, we talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers having 3 coaches for almost 60 years. That team drafted, developed, and kept players. And that's not supposed to be able to be done in this current NFL. Dan and Brad are finding a way. People scratch their heads about $28 million to J-Mo. He doesn't have to make that money per catch this year. It's not till next year. But there's so much to be said about keeping the same guys together for years and years. Hey, Justin, you play hockey. You know the rapport that you have with the guys you play for years.
Yes,
How
absolutely.
important is that?
We have not had chemistry until this current year, which is my senior year.
And you playing well
How much
now.
of a difference does that make?
Huge. I mean, we are a way better team this year than we were in the past. Like, legitimate. We were mid-team at best last year. This year we're a national title
Really?
tournament type of team. So
I'm going to come up and see
and that type of chemistry really, plays a factor. When
and it's something you can't buy.
No, you
have
can't.
to build.
It has to be built. It has to be bought in by every single person in the locker room, and that's what Dan Campbell does. I mean,
And that's what you see. Sometimes Lions fans are frustrated when we're not like Howie in Philadelphia, where every hot guy on Twitter, we go out and sign in free agency, and then they retire mid-season. Just because everyone wants them there.
But what about
I'm guilty of that. Okay, I wanted Zadarius Smith.
I mean, but we even when Lions fans get frustrated at this, Dan and Brad have shown that they are only willing to get players that fit their plan, the Lions system, the Detroit way. This is no Patriots way anymore. Teams are going to start copying us nowadays.
That's the deal. We've talked about that like 5 years ago. Who was going for 4th downs at the clip that we are?
No
Half
one.
the league
Not a
is
soul.
now.
Right.
And we looked over in Carolina. They literally quoted out, we are trying to replicate the running back duo, the backfield duo of Monty and Gibbs here with your boy.
Everybody is.
Yeah, Chuba and Rico Dowdell.
Rico.
Listen, at no point did I ever believe that the Lions team that would win the Super Bowl would be trendsetters in the NFL. And that's what we've become at this point. I guess let's not just talk about whether we're going to win the Super Bowl this year. Because I've heard a lot of people, even this young man here, say, I'll take one Super Bowl and a lifetime of mediocrity after that.
Same here.
And I'm not there anymore.
God,
I used to just
Jesus
want that.
Christ. It's literally like sucking the teat of the most beautiful woman that you have ever seen in your entire life. That's what I'm assuming the Super Bowl tastes like.
Yeah,
I'm
wait a
assuming that the beer tastes better. The drugs hit harder. I mean, like everything in the world is better when you're a Super Bowl champion because that's what it's like when you're a champion. And I would trade it for the world in terms of this Detroit Lions team. Never even touched a smidge of it. And we're about to be at the front of the table with the queens and kings. I swear to God, I hope we beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. To be able to truly take our hammer out and slap it on the table. Say, we're the Detroit Lions, haven't won ish in our lifetime. And this is us now. We're at the top, and you have to kiss our ass. That's where I want to be.
Brendan, you want 1 year of that? Or do you want days down here in Detroit, year after year, covering
year after year,
games?
watching the Commanders absolutely run through our defense with no secondary? All right, because I experienced that. It sucked. I just sit there. I know, you would just sit there for the post game. I just sit there when it actually happened. As the Commanders ran through us like a cheap whore, all right? It sucked. It was awful. And now we are at the same point where we could do the same thing again. We could choke our season away in the divisional round being the 1 seed, or we can push through and we can go for gold. We can go win the Super Bowl. The champagne, the titties, the strippers. Come on, Anson. You want the Lions Super Bowl. Gillies better have the women up and down this hizzy when the Lions win. I'm telling you.
They will be rioting on the streets of Detroit right down
there. That's what I want to hear. My sales guy knows how to hook it up.
Real. The clientele at Gillies, top notch.
Top notch for sure.
Super hot. The food's amazing. The drinks come quick. And
they got it hooked up here.
There is comfortable seats and amazing
You see
TVs
this massive wall behind us.
You can't be anywhere in this bar and not have a great view. Shout out to Second Best, taking care of us on a pregame. Shout out to Sun Cruisers and Mad Packs.
Van Johnson, Sun Cruiser. Shout out to Black Rock, sponsor of the post game. Came by, dropped off a bunch of great food here the other day.
All right, guys. We're on a bye next week. Then we come back.
And we're winning it.
We start November
We're winning
off.
that bye.
We're winning the bye.
We start November off, and if I'm right, I believe
I want a Dan Campbell post-game locker room speech after we win the bye this week.
If I'm correct, we are at home on the 2nd, hosting Minnesota, or maybe we're on the road.
No, we're at home. Because
we're at home
on the 2nd.
On the road on Christmas against Minnesota.
So, I don't know if we're going to see J.J. McCarthy. I don't know if we're going to see Carson Wentz. Does it matter, gentlemen?
I don't think it matters.
We're winning both games.
At Ford Field, like, they can put both quarterbacks out there for 8 quarters, and I think we're beating both teams.
I think we've separated ourselves from this division. I mean, we've seen from the Packers losing to the Browns, struggling to the Cardinals.
The division doesn't feel as good as
No. I mean, even though we went 15-2, we could have a worse record and still be a better team this year. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I'm not as scared going into that Packers game and that Vikings game at the end of the year last year. Oh, my God, I was at the edge of my seat for every play because I really believe they're on the same tier as us as a team.
So you think
we have a
Bro, you think the Vikings are on the same tier as us?
Last year. Get off your phone, Justin. Listen to the damn
I'm reading
stream.
chat. They got some important things to say.
I said this year, I truly do not believe they are on the same tier as us. Last year, I went into that Vikings game. Drop those super chats.
I knew we were going to drop our nuts on the Vikings, man.
But still, you went into that game thinking they could be on the same tier of us as a team.
No, I didn't think that. You can go back in the broadcast. I said we're going to drop our nuts on that.
At least I'm honest with you guys over here. But
I am honest. What do you mean? Bro, this team is the most talented team in the entire NFC.
Up and down,
top to bottom.
53 deep.
Seriously.
Like,
I'm not just trying to cap. Every time I doubt this team comes back and shows me you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Okay?
Justin,
and I'm not here to debate that anymore. I'm going to hit it with the whole old Neil Rule approach. If I were to bet on the Lions to win, 9 out of 10 times, they are winning the game. And that's a fucking clip and a half, all right? And I'll take that every time.
And if you were to bet on the Lions to win after a loss, you would literally win 9 out of 10 times. They're 9-1 the last
they are.
time
Great
coming
segue.
off a loss.
And
I mean,
honestly,
these guys are the scariest team in the NFL coming off a loss.
Bet Jahmyr Gibbs and St. Brown to have a touchdown every fucking week. Am I wrong?
That's what I did. I made $150 tonight because I'm a fucking dog.
He made that $150 in the first 8 minutes being in here.
Yeah, I did.
Shout out Caesar
Also,
Sportsbook.
60 yards by Amon-Ra St. Brown. My dad looked at me after the first drive and was like, "Oh, didn't that already hit?" And I was like, "Yeah, it did.
Sure
Hell
did.
yeah,
6-7 yards already."
And I'll shout out to D-Mac. I'll do you one better, Justin. I bet Amon-Ra first touchdown, and then said, D-Mac, who's scoring second? Jahmyr Gibbs or Dan Montgomery? He said Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs' second touchdown.
There we go.
D-Mac gets it.
D-Mac gets it.
D-Mac gets it. Let's talk about the Vikings a little more. We're hosting them.
The Vikings.
After a bye week, we're going to get a Lee McNeil, like full-blown Lee McNeil, like no snap count.
Is this Carson Wentz or J.J. McCarthy, though?
We don't know that.
You saw J.J.
But
McCarthy looking
matters,
very ready
right?
on that sideline.
Neither one matters, though, right?
Neither of them don't. They both suck.
I'd rather have JJ. I kind of want to just pound JJ into the dust.
Yeah,
I kind of want him to get his first start.
Green,
They're not going to let him. Honestly, it's going to be Carson Wentz. Thinking about it right now.
JJ still has trouble reading defenses.
If I'm Kevin O'Connell, I'm not letting him play against the Lions and get beat 30-3.
Well, then I don't believe they come off a bye. I believe they play next week.
Right, but what I'm saying is I'm not letting JJ play against the Lions. It's going to be Carson Wentz next week. I'm not letting JJ make his first start back against the Lions.
No, I don't think that's a good idea at all. Yes, sir. How's it going?
How's it going?
I wish to. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Hey, come here and talk to this guy, my man, with the absolutely awesome Oklahoma State. Come out in here.
Yo, what? By the way.
No, come on in here, sit down. Listen, I've been wanting this jersey since like 1989 right here, all right? What is that? Oh, plant the flag? That's a felony in Ohio, my friend. What's your name and where are you from?
Yo, Daniel Cordo, right here, Southfield, Michigan.
Danny from Southfield. Listen.
What up?
I got a question for you.
Talk
with
to
this beautiful Barry Sanders, Oklahoma jersey, Oklahoma State.
He was at the game.
Is this the best Lions team you've ever seen in your lifetime? You're creeping up on my age.
Bro,
is this the best?
come on, the best?
Offense, defense, let me know.
You know, I'll tell you something. I can't say the best. I mean, there's so many greats out there. I'm wearing the greatest of all time
Well, I'm
right
not
now.
talking
But
about-
I hear you. But what?
Up and
honestly,
down, 53 deep.
You know what I gotta say? I've never seen the defense play the way they play.
There you
Best
go.
defense we ever had, right?
You guys remember the Ravens, Ed Reed?
Oh,
you guys
hell
remember
yeah.
the Ed
My
Reed
favorite,
Ravens?
man.
Yo, these
Tony Siragusa.
can you guys even name, like, I mean, I'm
Tony
sure you guys.
Siragusa, Ray Lewis,
the
baby,
Goose,
let's go.
Ray
Come
Lewis.
on now.
Like, no, I'm saying, but like
Ray Rice
these
before
guys,
he beat people up.
these guys aren't even starters. This is unbelievable.
It's 53 men
freaking
deep,
believable.
all on one
Absolutely.
position.
I agree.
And honestly,
so
it's
you
the
know
best
what? To answer your
defense.
question, yes, yeah.
You heard it.
Yeah,
You
I
heard
agree.
it.
To answer
All
your
right,
question,
so let me
100%.
ask you this next one. KC, Detroit, who's the third best team in the NFL right now?
Oh, you're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill
I'm
me.
gonna put you on, man. Come
Green
on.
Bay.
Ooh, all right, we had another person say
Get
that.
out.
Green Bay.
Get
Come
out.
on, come on.
Get
Gotta
out.
think
Who's
with
your number
NFC
three?
North, bro.
Who's
Come
your
on.
number three, baby?
Number 3, the Rams. I already told you that.
I'm
All
not
right.
mad at that either.
Look, they just put up, and I know that Jags team is fraudulent. All right, I get it, but like 5 touchdowns by Matthew Stafford. I mean, he's still a hell of a threat. And look, as terms of quarterbacks, Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback in the NFC outside of Jared Goff. Straight up.
Composure.
I can't lie to you. All right,
Bro, I
And-
pulled
and-
Troy Aikman out of a retirement over Matthew Stafford.
All right,
Oh,
relax.
stop.
All right,
Oh, wait,
you're,
over Matt Stafford.
you're losing your
Over Matt.
credibility,
Oh,
brother.
over Matt, over Matt.
You're in a
Stafford.
beautiful,
No,
you're in a
kids.
beautiful
Boo them
jersey,
kids.
but you're losing credibility, brother. I'm
No,
sorry.
No. The Rams
All right,
are
all right.
I'm gonna
dead.
pull
Troy
Troy
Aikman,
Aikman out of
Jared
retirement,
Goff.
and I'm gonna
Wait,
take him over
wait,
Matthew
Justin,
Stafford.
Troy Aikman, Jared Goff.
Oh, come on. That's not even a question, dude. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
I know
Jared
Jared
Goff.
Goff. Mad at this
I
motherfucker.
gotta be a fucking wet
All right,
blanket over
all
here.
right,
God
we're
damn
on
it,
the
dude.
bye
This
week.
sucks.
One last question before we say goodbye. Vikings here in Detroit. Is it close?
Smack him.
What's the count?
No, I don't think it's close. I mean, honestly, if these guys play, the defense plays the way they play tonight, I don't think so. I don't think it's close. I'm excited. I'm actually going to be in LA for the Rams-Lions game.
Ooh.
Out in LA and SoFi.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
super
baby.
excited to see that. I'm super excited to see the Lions
All
just
right, give us
come
a
in and
prediction.
just
Vikings,
trounce
and then
them.
give us a prediction for your Rams game you're going to be at. Putting you out of the
Okay,
heat.
Vikings. I would say it's going to be 28-14.
All right,
Lions.
I like that. How about the other
Way
one?
too low scoring.
LA game?
Yeah.
LA game. I
That's
think
going to be
it's-
high scoring, you know.
I think it's going to be like 44-14.
All right.
Lions.
We heard it here first.
44-14,
Tell-
bro.
give us
Come
some shit.
on,
Give us some shit
bro.
before we
That's
send him off, man.
crazy. The Rams, bro, in SoFi. Bro,
I think the Lions are going to
travel
come in.
across the country.
I think the Lions are going to come in and they're going to destroy those Rams.
Bro, when's the last time you've seen an NFL game be a 30-point spread? Come on.
Listen.
Bro, come on.
Okay,
I hate to be this guy to you, brother. You seem like a great guy.
SOL Justin.
Maybe a little exaggerated. But
bro,
honestly,
no, it's not SOL. It's
nature,
not picking this team to win by 30 points every week.
Fucking one pride right here on this guy.
In nature, has a Ram ever eaten a lion?
Hey, we appreciate you. Give them a shameless plug. Tell them where to check you out.
Yo, check me out. Motor City Funding, PMF, Premium Merchant Funding, Daniel Cordo. Hit us up.
Yeah, check that out if you want to believe the Lions are going to blow every team out by 100. God damn.
We'll see you guys.
I'm kidding.
KG, come on.
Hey, absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
You guys too.
We're going to get KG in here for a minute.
Yes,
Shout
KG,
out.
finally.
20 more minutes.
Get my man in here, bro. Come on. Let me talk to someone who actually has some common fucking sense. God damn it.
Voice gone like a motherfucker, but it's cool.
KG's been carrying. All right, now I'm going to leave the show because I can't lie.
All right.
Anson is like the fakest, like, rah-rah Lions fan
I'm trying to tell
I
you.
have ever met,
Did
bro.
he bring up J-Mo's contract this week?
Of course. Dude, that was like the third thing you brought up. All right. So let's talk real. All right, because you are a man, real, recognized real.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Because I know you, all right, to the core. This Lions team, if that defense is playing like that, if we are talking about the offense, like literally finding the slightest, like pick me up.
Yeah. No.
I am literally so chilling.
No,
like
big
I don't.
facts. I don't
Take
think,
it away, KG.
No,
Please talk some sense into these people.
We just really haven't seen a defensive performance like that, let alone this season. Maybe that's one of the better ones we've seen, like, as Detroit Lions.
Oh, for sure.
Like, just being real, especially within the last 5 years that I can remember.
The only two that I really can remember, and I'm sorry to cut you off, is the Vikings last year on the last game of the season and this game right here. These two games these are different defensive performances.
No, definitely in recent memory. You could go back to 2014 and how that defense looked. That was one of the better defenses.
This is PTA all day.
But no, this was absolutely crazy. Elaine McNeil, what he adds to your defense is unreal. Like, we all talked about it all week, but actually seeing it on the field was a whole different story. The pressures, the passes defense. Like, he is your best interior pass rusher. I've said that time and time again. And the fact that he was able to go out there, and it was almost like you had another edge rusher. We always talk about edge.
It was.
It was unreal, man. On top of the fact that you got step-up performances from guys that you normally don't hear about. Shout out to D-Mac. He called them the Let brothers, the Mallet and Zalet and whoever the hell, Alec. Shout out to both of those guys. They brought it. Nick Whiteside, somebody that we talked about in the preseason, off the practice squad, came in and made plays in this game, bro. Like, it was unreal, bro. Just what you get. Tyrus Sweet with a sack and a half.
Exactly.
What the hell are we talking about?
AQM with a sack as well.
Yeah.
And look, you saw it. This season, have you seen a quarterback scramble the way that Baker Mayfield scrambled?
No.
Throughout the entire game.
No.
Constantly having to roll out uncomfortably under pressure. That is from Aleem McNeil.
Yeah.
Aleem McNeil was the guy who was really pressing that interior offensive line, making it difficult then protecting for Baker, making Baker have to go off script, be under pressure a lot. I can't wait to see the pressure numbers like that the Lions ended up generating, because it was a lot.
It was unreal.
Constantly, Baker Mayfield was moving, trying to make throws on the run. It caused for lots of miscues from that Bucs offense, who has been rather spectacular so far this season. From through to through, that Tampa Bay offense was never really able to get going.
They
never found the plays that they usually found. And I don't want to believe that it was because Bucky Irving wasn't in the lineup, because
they had everybody else, bro.
Exactly. And Rachaad White has been able to carry the
He's a
load
solid back.
in the absence. They consistently shut them down, made them become one-dimensional, forced them into awful situations.
Yeah.
I don't think there was one time, and you can correct me, chat, and I apologize if I'm wrong, but there was very few times where the Buccaneers were able to run the ball on third down and get first downs.
No,
whether
for sure.
it was 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 5. That is a swing down
Yeah.
in every game. And the Lions controlled it every step of the way, and that's why this Lions defense is truly showing how special they are with the addition of Leeming.
They was lucky to get that 4th and 2 that took place in the game, but they had to have
Absolutely.
it. They were able to get it. But what's a non-negotiable for this Lions defense? You're not coming in here and running the ball.
No.
So, especially not with a back. No disrespect to Rachaad White. He is a good back. But a back like that is not coming in here and doing anything to this Detroit
Absolutely
Lions
not.
front four. We know that about them without what happened today. So you add that to the equation. But the way this secondary stepped up in the face of stopping the run, bro, it was unreal. And they had a full complement. Like, there was no excuse. Mike Evans did go down in this game, but that was after he made a significant impact.
Yes, he did.
That was really Baker's only target in this game. Tez Johnson got off for a couple, but you weren't really worried about Tez Johnson beating you in this game. They had enough of a complement of their receiving core to go out here and really do something bad to this Lions secondary, and they just were not able to do that. And you got to give credit to the players. You got to give credit to Kelvin Sheppard, my hologram, out there just chefing it up, bro. It just always seemed like they were in the right positions, man. And whether it was man coverage, you saw it in zone at times, the Lions were just able to be in the right spots at the right times, and Baker had happy feet the whole night. Like, when Baker is running like that, if they had to do that against Mahomes, we would have won that game against Mahomes. But the fact that you had Baker running for his life, not making the best reads, overthrowing receivers, it was just a masterclass, bro. I don't know what else to call it by this Lions defense. They carried this game through and through. At times where your offense just could not and did not show up, the defense had your back every single time.
The pregame show, however, did show up for you. Neil Rule gave out, and shout out to Caesar Sportsbook, use code Woodward1000 to get your first bet, no sweat. He gave you Baker Mayfield to throw a pick at plus 110.
Wow,
I did ride.
man.
Shout out to Neil. Neil did give you that great pick. On top of, Sean gave a teaser out, the over and the Lions to win outright.
This guy been hitting a lot of bets lately.
I don't believe that hit. However, I hit, though.
Hey,
I can't lie.
Has Caesar Sportsbook shut down your app yet? Because you crushing them, man.
They're getting there.
You crushing them.
I'm up to $500 on the weekend, so I had a great weekend from shout out to Caesar Sportsbook. And if you want my picks, you got to tune in the College Football Show on Tuesday. So that's where I make my bread, is in college football. So make sure you tap in. End of the show.
As good as you
college
think he
betting.
is on pro sports, hockey, and all that shit, you got to catch him Tuesday nights and, of course, on Saturday, that watch party. You were there with
MSU,
your old man,
that's
right?
going to be so hype. Oh, my Lord. Yes, I was there with my pops.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Dad.
Listen, hey, let's take a pause real quick. For you at home that don't have your father with you still, we send you our love.
Yes, absolutely.
Fathers and sons, that's what sports is about. Like, I know you guys both and everybody at the station, like, when you think about one team or another or games, going to games, you think about your old man. How was it being down there today for this big win with your old man?
There's no one I'd rather go to a game with than my old man, man.
That's how I would.
Me and Pops, we go to all these games together, and I couldn't be more lucky. And we went down there, we had a great time. We went to second best before the game. I TD'd that. He hung out. He was talking KG, talking up Easy, hanging out, being a part of the Woodward family, and that's what I love to see. The fact that all you guys are so accepting of my father. And then we went to the game, and we had great seats. The crowd was rowdy, hitting 111 decibels multiple times throughout the game. That's a good crowd in my opinion.
Can I ask you this?
Yes, absolutely.
They're not even like doing their thing yet, right? Like what the crowd at Ford Field has in store, they're waiting on December, January for that, right?
Both of the 2023 playoff wins, the home games.
Louder.
And it was absolutely louder. We are just getting started. We're talking 121s and 130s when it comes to playoff time. Like this building becomes an electric environment.
We're learning how to win, gentlemen.
Yes, absolutely.
Not only the coaching staff and the personnel, but the fans too, man.
No, and the Lions, we haven't seen the best of them yet.
No, not at all.
The most complete game they have played was against the Baltimore Ravens. Besides that, we have not seen the Lions at their peak in terms of this season yet. I still think there's another level there.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially offensively, because you've at times struggled to run the football. I would like to see them get back to pounding that rock, doing it the typical Lions way, and setting up that play action for Jared Goff to go out there and eat. But, man, once this team, if the defense is going to play like they did today and the offense can get back to what they do, Holy shit.
Hey,
watch out for the rest of the league.
KG, last year, we saw the best Lions team in the first half of the season.
No, we did.
All right?
Absolutely.
And as long as the health plays out, like we getting a lean back, TA didn't play, right?
No, he didn't.
All right, so we're going to get TA back. We're going to get Kirby back. Our boy, the Honey Brancher, on a suspension.
Yeah.
Listen,
Get that
the
rest.
team you thought was going to win the
league's
Super Bowl
cooked.
last year,
league
in the
is
second
cooked.
half, they were reeling. They didn't have the personnel, and somehow their grit and will and their coaching allowed them to still get 15 wins. This team that we are watching right now is so much better than that team last year, but they're still scratching the damn surface. Like, if you lost faith at any point in this team, shame on you.
Yeah, man.
You only been watching them for a year or two. I've been watching them a long-ass time. This is the best they've ever been on the other side of the ball, Justin.
And the early season struggles happen with every single team, bro.
I mean, the Chiefs were 2-3, right? They were 2-3,
yes,
right?
bro. I'm tired
They 4-3
of that.
now.
Like premature panic.
How many
that
times they
happens.
count out fucking Tom Brady? He cooked. He
Oh,
cooked.
yeah,
Another ring. Another
Exactly.
ring.
And we can just go to last year as literally the perfect example. The Eagles and the Chiefs were 1-1 and 2-2
Yes, sir.
going into Week 4.
Yep.
The Lions are literally doing better than that, and they still are recovering from losing their coordinators, losing their offensive line pieces, McNeil coming back from injury.
Not recovering. Finding. They're finding
Fair,
themselves.
fair.
Because
Terry on injury, Kirby injury, BB suspension.
bro,
The
you know what
list
Branch are
of
going to do next week?
excuses
The next
is
time Branch on the
longer
field, you already
than
know.
Santa's naughty list. However, they don't care. They continue to win.
No, they
Because
don't.
that's what good teams do.
No,
and
no.
what
Great
great
teams.
No.
coach teams do.
Right.
No,
That's what
good
great
teams
teams
win. Great teams remember.
And cover.
And this great
And cover.
team remember
They cover.
fucking the
Okay.
Bucks.
Back.
They remember the Bucks. Yeah, you're right. I know the shout out Caesars. But listen, this team remembered that 20-16 loss last year.
Yeah.
They brought it.
They
They
did.
remembered last week losing at Arrowhead.
Mm-hmm.
They brought it. This team is literally, 53 games now without a back-to-back loss?
It's insane.
There's not even another team that's at 25.
That's insane. That's got to be an NFL record, like, all time. Like,
I don't know about all time, but in the modern era, they are setting the fucking tone, bro. Like, nobody in the last 10 years has come close to that.
I'm assuming we didn't get my food order off.
Did you text me?
The
Yeah, I
kitchen
did.
closed a while ago, big
No,
dog.
He did text me, but I'm on a miss. I was
It's
like,
okay.
I'm trying to
He
get it
missed
for
it.
you.
He missed it.
I
It's
did
okay.
try.
I'll be
I saw the
stopping on
text.
the way home. It's all good. It's all good.
Hey, but no, big shout out to the people here at
Hey,
Gillies. They
he's
treat us
going to go in and get
absolutely
some
right.
of that ice.
Yeah.
The White House.
Yeah,
Shout out,
silly as
Maz.
fuck.
No, Lafayette, Coney Island might be on the
shout
clock
out
right now.
Lafayette or All America, whatever
Lafayette.
you prefer. Shout out second
No,
best.
not whatever one you prefer.
let's talk-
Lafayette, all right. You get it right.
Roaches
Hey,
and all.
we can
Roaches,
do
yeah,
another
roaches and
hour
all. We
on
want
that
it.
debate.
He's
You
good as
already
hell,
know.
bro. I don't care.
Hey, hot dogs, Coney dogs, all aside.
I
The
respect
fucking
American.
chicken sandwich at second best.
Oh,
I had the
man.
wings today. They were nuts.
Chronic. And the food here
Oh,
at
man.
Gillies.
Bro, JSN's
Chronic.
absolutely
Apple
ridiculous,
cider
too.
churros. Chef's
Man,
kiss. Chef's
listen,
kiss.
shout out to all of our sponsors. Shout out to Brendan Pomerito.
Yes,
that kid's
absolutely.
been busting his ass. Shout out to you guys getting to the game or being all 417 different locations today. Shout out to the entire team. Shout out to the Lions, guys.
Big
They're
facts.
tucking you in 5-2. Best team in the NFL. You want to argue? Wake up in the morning with Sean Baligan and Maz. This guy will be there too with our guy
You ain't finna argue with
Jacksonville
us.
Brown.
Yeah,
Jacksonville Brown and Kentucky Green tomorrow
Bro,
morning.
just wait till I get my own show and these bozos try to come argue with me.
hey,
I'm gonna tell them,
everyone
yo,
in the
it's
chat
so-
knows
Ain't
it'll
no
happen,
arguing.
baby.
We finna glaze tomorrow because this fucking team deserves it.
All right.
Best
Yes,
team in
sir.
the NFL.
Absolutely. Not even at 100%.
Bye
yet.
week this coming week. All right, we'll
gonna
be
get
off.
scary out there.
The week after that, guys, give me a prediction. At home versus the Vikings.
come
Give me
on.
By a
number.
million.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Viking.
Hey, the scoreboard
Vikings
don't go
have
that
a
high,
chance.
baby.
A route.
Put it to 1,000 or
A
something.
route.
First time we score 100.
Lions 31, Vikings
Shit, 10?
Vikings embarrassed.
If that.
17.
You
31-17.
gracious.
all
giving
right,
them
fuck it.
17
All right,
points.
who will score more for the Vikings?
Jahmyr Gibbs will single-handedly outscore the Vikings. That's my pick. Jahmyr Gibbs will single-handedly outscore the Vikings.
And I don't disagree. But who do you think will be better for them under center? JJ or Carson Wentz?
Clearly it's Carson Wentz.
I mean, for right now, Carson Wentz, but in the future, JJ McCarthy.
Man, I'm still listen.
JJ and don't got
Go
it.
green, but I'm gonna tell you,
JJ don't
y'all
got
ain't
it.
seen it all from
Bro,
JJ.
JJ is him. You just haven't seen it yet.
But you've seen it all from us tonight. Join us tomorrow morning. Morning show. That's my favorite show. I gotta be honest. I fucking love you guys. You already know that.
Take me home, dog.
Kentucky green.
Yes.
Jacksonville Brown. Maybe this guy will even sit in the seat, but we know Maz will be there. Join us tomorrow morning for Sean Baligan in the morning. Full slate of shows tomorrow. We appreciate you guys for joining us.
Taking it back to 15.
If you haven't bought in now, gentlemen, tell them this is the best team in the fucking NFL.
Oh, if you ain't bought in, get the fuck off.
Honestly,
right.
yeah, I'm with that.
I ain't got time for that, bro.
Big shout out.
With the shits or
Get
not.
on the boat or jump the fuck off.
That's right. Big
The
shout
boat
out
already left, big dog.
to intern Scott over here. Shout out to
Scotty, holding
Brendan
it down.
Ballin, wherever he at. We all love you. We'll see you in the morning. We're supposed to be the fuck out.
Take me home, bro.
Oh, he missed it.